Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 1998 commencement at Mackinaw City High School. It is a great pleasure that the class of '98 welcomes our families, friends, faculty, school board members, administration, and the class of 1948. I would like to ask Adam Jorgensen, president of our class, and a good friend of mine, to come up and introduce the speakers.
When I first came here in 7th grade, I found a much different academic and social atmosphere than I've been used to. I found a student body that was warm and caring and reminded me of a huge family. I found a faculty that knew every student quite well and cared about their well-being from day to day. The same is true of my class. It takes a very special group of young men and women to keep a good-natured environment such as this alive from year to year. And though I believe that every student has a hand in making MCHS one of the best schools in Northern Michigan, I also believe it takes a few human pillars to keep everyone in the right mindset. Without question, Lindsay Boris is one of the few who maintain Mackinaws' peaceful aura. She's a caring, nurturing, active person who always seems to have a kind word or an extra moment or two to lend a hand. In my mind, she's always been a calm, collected, and very intelligent person. Through her high school career, Lindsay's been an athlete, a scholar, and a friend to us all. Her attitude is summed up by her trademark phrase, and most commonly given piece of advice, follow your bliss. Her generosity is matched only by her honesty. And if you were to ask if this were true, she'd probably tell you I was just exaggerating. It's my pleasure to introduce to you the salutatorian of class of 1998, my friend, the intelligent, spirited Miss Lindsay Boris.
Good evening, and welcome faculty, family, and friends. We're here to support and encourage the 1998 graduates of Mackinaw City. We all know no one accomplishes much alone. If you were to see a turtle sitting on a fence post, you would know she didn't get there all by herself. So this is the day when each of us on top should congratulate those who lifted us up and shared in our accomplishments. Perhaps the greatest congratulations of all on this day ought to go to our parents. This is your day as well, and you should be filled with pride. For them, I'm sure there is a sense of loss as time's rush sweeps away our childhood. Continue in your efforts to lift each of us to the top of our fence post. To my classmates, I want to relate the importance of following your bliss. Follow your bliss through a course in life that is most exciting and challenging for you. Follow a direction that brings you the greatest personal and professional satisfaction. I urge you to do like King Arthur's knights when they set out to find the Holy Grail. Each set out alone, each entered the woods at the deepest, darkest point where there was no way or path. If there is a well-worn path, it is someone else's. In this way, each individual is able to create his or her own grail, not only by a sense of self-discovery. Follow your bliss and you will have a rich, full life. Follow after money or power, you may lose and have nothing. Or worse, you may get the money and power and still have nothing. Where you stumble, there lies your treasure. While searching for your holy grail, look enthusiastically for mistakes. The faster you recognize, admit, and correct your errors, the more precisely you can stay on target. Success is arrogant. Where you stumble becomes your opportunity to make corrections, to learn and grow. Marcel Proust states, the real voyage of discovery consists not in seeking new landscapes, but in having new eyes. So where you stumble, stop and smile, for there your treasure may lie. We all set out now on a path that will not likely lead us back this way again, not often anyway. on this day in this season of our lives. One thought that few of us might evade is the suddenness with which a portion of our life now concludes. And that leads on for most of us to the thought that all of life goes by quickly. This is a truism in everyone's movement. We each have a story to live out, much as we cannot do this end. Set your plans and purposes, and time for their wanderers do. I'm headed this way, I have a notion to do this and that, but I'm in no hurry. No one's waiting for me. I'll find my way and my friends as I go. I urge my classmates to go for it, take your chances, follow and discover your voice. In closing, I've chosen a short poem by Mary Engelbert entitled Grad. As we travel through life, there are always those times when decisions just have to be made. When the choices are hard and the solutions seem scarce, and the rain seems to soak your parade. There are some situations where all you can do is to simply let go and move on, gather courage together, and choose a direction that carries you toward a new dawn. So pack up your troubles and take a step forward. The process of change can be tough. But think about all the excitement ahead if you can be stalwart enough. There could be adventures you never imagined, just waiting around the next bend, and wishes and dreams just about to come true in ways you can't yet comprehend. Perhaps you'll find friendships that strengthen your interests as you challenge your status quo, and learn there are so many options in life and so many ways you can grow. Perhaps you'll go places you never expected and see things you've never seen, or travel to fabulous faraway worlds and wonderful spots in between. Perhaps you'll find warmth and affection and caring in somebody special who's there to help you stay centered and listen with interest to stories and feelings you share. Perhaps you'll find comfort in knowing your friends are supportive of all that you do, and believe that whatever decisions you make, they'll be the right choices for you. So keep putting one foot in front of the other, and taking your life day by day. There's a brighter tomorrow that's just down the road. Don't look back, you're not going that way.
Jeff Bray has been a dear friend of mine for these past 6 years, and I'm sure our friendship will carry over for many more. Through our stay at MCHS, we've gathered millions of memories and had more fun than can be expressed by mere words. Jeff has been an athlete and an active member of our student government, excelled in industrial arts, and has been a role model for his peers and his underclassmen. He is a hard worker and a devoted student. With his many natural talents and his determination, I'm sure he will succeed in anything he sets his mind to. It's my pleasure to introduce to you the valedictorian of 1998, my friend, Mr. Jeff Bray.
I feel honored and privileged to speak on behalf of the class of 1998. Over the years, we have become a very close group. We all get along and understand one another. I am proud to be a member of this very fine class. The friendships formed and memories made will certainly live on as we enter a new stage in life. Leaving MCHS will be most likely leaving behind a family. This commencement signals the beginning of our independent life. It is also the end of our years as high school students. We will take some incredible memories with us when we leave. Things such as Project Grad Night, working on class posters, homecomings, proms, and sporting events will now be memories. May these memories also live on with remaining students and staff. I hope we have touched your lives as you have certainly touched ours. I would like to issue a challenge to our class. Our graduation from MCHS will give us an opportunity to succeed. My challenge is that we take advantage of this opportunity and use it to become successful. Each one of us must find his own place in life in order to become a success. With hard work, focus, determination, and discipline, I believe every member of this class can succeed. By finding his own place in life, one will achieve happiness. This is very important. Above all, happiness is the one thing that will keep a person going through life. Living without happiness isn't really living at all. Don't flex only to please or impress others, and never change yourself. Remain true to yourself by always continuing to be who you are. Just remember what you stand for and strive to maintain it. Everyone in our class has a special personality with admirable qualities. I hope we each remember this. To the juniors, make the most of what is left. Next year will end without notice, and you will be on the way to the rest of your life. Take advantage of every opportunity and have a great time. Be sure to finish off strong. I would like to recognize the efforts of many people who have guided us through our school years. The teachers, staff, coaches, school board, and administration of NCHS all deserve a big thank you for the superior educational opportunity they provide here. You made school a phenomenal experience with plenty of special times. I would personally like to thank God for blessing me with the talents and abilities that I have. May I always use them in a way that will please Him. Also, I wish to thank my parents, brothers, friends, and family for being the best there is. You were always there for me and are the biggest reason that I became who I am as a person. This graduation experience gives me the most unique feeling inside. I am utterly thrilled at the thought of entering the world and finding my place. I am excited to see what my classmates and I will make of ourselves. Yet, I am sad to see the familiar, comfortable life of being a student at NCHS come to an end. I will miss everything about the school and everyone who has helped the class of 1998 become who we are. Thank you.
This evening's guest speaker is a fellow graduate of Mackinaw City High School. During her education here, she was a tremendous athlete and student. In women's basketball, she was selected all-conference 4 years running, and in her senior year, she was named All-State Honorable Mention. She was one of the 2 women athletes to score over 1,000 points in her high school basketball career. Our school board named her a role model for all students. She left our school with the class of 1987 as valedictorian. After graduation, she attended Adrian College, where she majored in religion and philosophy and chose a minor in German language. While attending, she played women's basketball for her freshman year, was the president of the Religious Life Council, and co-directed the summer program here in Mackinaw City. She graduated from Adrian in 1990 with a Bachelor of Arts degree and summa cum laude honors, the highest academic honors granted to graduates. She then attended Trinity Lutheran Seminary in Columbus, Ohio, where after 4 years, she received the Master of Divinity. She is now a minister at Zion Lutheran Church in Comstock Park, Grand Rapids. And now, please welcome an accomplished and respected former graduate of Mackinaw City High School, Reverend Julie Snyder-Thomas.
Esteemed members of the Board of Education and Administration, beloved faculty, honored members of the classes of 1998 and 1948, family, friends, ladies and gentlemen. The firefly is a funny little bug. It hasn't got no mind. It travels all through life with its headlights on behind. The butterfly has wings of gold. The firefly has wings of flame. The bedbug has no wings at all, but it gets there just the same. I'm going to try something. I hope it works, because if it doesn't, the rest of my speech is going to be. If you've heard those poems before in your life, would you please stand up right now? Thank you. And my speech can go on. Now you may be wondering, certainly such well-known poetry someone like William Shakespeare or Emily Dickinson or perhaps E. Cummins or Maya Angelou. However, those words were not from one of those great figures. In fact, I've never seen them written down anywhere before. And the only place I've ever heard them were from the mouth of a man named Fred Blitzner. Now, for those of you who don't know Fred Blitzner, first of all, let me tell you he's not a historical or literary figure that you've already forgotten from when you graduated high school. Fred Blitzner is a beloved town figure from Mackinaw City. And Fred Blitzner is the role model of success that I want to hold up to you graduates tonight from the class of 1998 as you step off into your adult lives. Let me start by saying that Mr. Blitzner is probably not a role model for success that most people in this society would hold up. He has never been rich nor much interested in wealth. He has never been the vice president or CEO of a company. He's never been a sports star or a sex symbol or the star of a made-for-TV movie. He's never earned a bunch of degrees from institutions of higher learning. He doesn't even have a title to put in front of his name. So why is Fred Blitzner such a role model for success? Well, that's actually something that you, the class of 1998, and your younger schoolmates taught me. It happened the first year that Fred got sent to the Grand Rapids Home for Veterans. I went to see him, and one of the first things he did was pull this huge manila envelope out of his nightstand. It was an envelope filled with letters written in Ms. McMahon's English classes, letters from the students here at MCHS. He was thrilled by this pack of letters. He was absolutely thrilled that people in Mackinaw City were thinking of him. And I was stunned. Letter after letter said basically the same thing. Dear Mr. Lister, my name is Julie Schneider-Thomas. I am the daughter of Art Mim Schneider. I don't know if you remember me, but I remember you. I like the story about the firefly. And I remember the time that you stopped to talk to me on the street and you made me that paper boat. You made me feel special. I hope you like your new home. Sincerely, your friend. After a while, there was a catch in my throat as I started to read those. Letter after letter made it clear to me that this simple, humble person, by a very simple act, had made such a big difference in so many people's lives. Now, you see, I'm about 11 years older than most of you, but if my classmates had written those letters, they would have said the same things. Because Mr. Lister stopped to talk to us on the street, and he stopped to make us paper boats, and he told us about the firefly and about Noah and about the bedbug. As he did for our older brothers and sisters, as he did for our aunts and uncles, even as he did for our parents and our grandparents. This humble, gentle person gave a whole community, gave us all a wonderful gift. The gift of love. The gift of one human being showing another human being that you're worth the time of day to stop to and talk to on the street. And the beautiful thing about this gift of love is that it builds people up rather than tearing them down. Love heals rather than hurts. Love brings life rather than death. And love multiplies. The love that Mr. Lister gave you was not lost to him. You took it and it grew 50 times. You need to know how important those letters were to him. Because there's nothing more in his life than that man wanted than to be back in Mackinaw City among the people that he loves. And in that moment when he and I sat together in Grand Rapids, some 4 hours away from here, and read those letters, your words carried him back to where you really wanted to be. Your words brought back to the waters of the straits. It was as if you were walking down the street to go to the post office. It was as if you were once again sitting in Audie's waiting for his meal. Mr. Litzner is a success because he built other people up by showing them love, by showing them that they're worth something. Now, there's a favorite quote that I want to share with you about this. It's a quote from a missionary back to a church that he founded, a church that got really, really messed up. They forgot what they were about as human beings. And the letter goes something like this. This is what it means to be a success. If I speak in the tongues of mortals and of angels, but do not have love, I am a noisy gong or a clanging cymbal. And if I have prophetic powers and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and if I have all faith so as to remove mountains, but do not have love, I am nothing. If I give away all my possessions, and if I hand over my body to be burned, but do not have love, I